You're warm.
I'm always warm.
I'm cold.
And you're always cold.
Yeah.
There's a song about that.
Katy Perry?
Is it Katy Perry? That's Katy Perry? Hey, I'm John.
I'm Sierra.
And this is And They Were Readers. Whoa, sorry. I feel like I took that from you.
But it's fine.
Yeah, hey, my bad.
All right.
Sorry. What are we doing today?
I don't know.
Let's tell the lovely folks, because you say that now.
I've been saying that for 2 years.
2 years?
I don't say it like that.
Why do you know exactly how long you've been saying it?
Because I started saying it.
Anyway, what are we doing today?
Hold on. I'm here. Just give me a second. Okay. So today, we are, hold on, I don't even know I have no words.
What just happened?
Okay.
I gave you more than a beat.
I know. Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna cut all that. Okay. We're gonna start clean. You gotta start clean.
Okay. Do you need a second?
I just really want chocolate.
You just randomly want chocolate?
Randomly. Maybe.
Yeah. It's unrelated to other things. It's you read.
Okay. And we're gonna reset and then we're gonna start, okay?
From where?
Just like clean. From me telling you what this is about.
Okay. What are we doing today?
Sorry.
Guys, okay. At this point, I have to completely be honest. We've been trying to film this intro for like 4 or 5 times back to back. Okay. And Sierra keeps telling me that we have to cut everything before. And this is the attempt number 5. I started fresh, which has been my instructions every time. Take it from the top. Okay, I'm ready. I'm here.
It's because of the tone that you're using.
It's my fault.
No. I was about to blame myself.
Okay.
It was funny to me.
Okay.
Okay, just to me. To no one else. Okay.
Do you want to start from the top?
It was just like, what are we doing today? It felt like so forced that it was funny to me. But when you just presented it now, it was fine.
Do you want to start from the top?
We're just going to say, so today...
Okay.
So today, we are...
Oh, was that an example for me to do?
No.
Oh, why did you do it twice?
Because you were laughing and I wanted to get it clean.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Okay, so today, we are ranking every literary fiction book we have both read.
Mm.
Yay.
What?
How would you do?
I was trying to copy you.
Yeah, and I did a different thing.
I did this.
I went this way.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anyway,
we have no excuses to be the way that we're being right now.
These are literary fiction books as according to Storygraph. So if
True.
Storygraph says it was literary, that's what we're putting in here. Literary is like a broad category and it's pretty subjective. So if you don't agree with a book in there, cool.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But this is what we're gonna do this today. I don't know what the energy is that I'm giving off. I've been going through a lot of different accents and none of them are good. So we're gonna keep moving. We have today, I haven't started the screen recording, so let me do that right now. Sorry for clapping in your face. So, we have a list here. Our categories are simply S through D. S, A, B, C, and D. I don't know why I did that. You can see the screen. S tier, best of the best. D tier, worst of the worst. Okay? And then everything in between. We were going to do some fun categories, but sometimes that confuses people, and I don't want to explain in the comments again. That's it.
Question. Do you think we'll have any D? Do you think we'll have anything in the D category?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
First book.
I Who Have Never Known Men.
By Jacqueline Hartman.
Yes. I think this is pretty important as a book in the community.
Tell me more.
I feel like it's one of those books where it's like, oh, you're a reader? What kind of books do you read? And if it's not in a niche like romance, sci-fi, fantasy vibes, like you read literary books, I Who Have Never Known Men is one of the foundational seminal texts for the people that read that genre.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's how I have seen it. It's always been on my radar. And it's always you haven't read I Have Never Known Men? No, but I'm trying to get to it. That kind of vibe.
Oh, I read it pretty soon after it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I talked
so
about it
maybe that's
recently.
why.
So a few things with this book.
Okay.
One, it has no chapters.
Oh yeah.
So it kind of begs to be read all in one sitting. And it also like messes up the pacing of your brain, but it's really on purpose because the story just flows consistently and continuously, no breaks. And it's like you are discovering things as your character is discovering things, right? So there's no pauses. It's just life. Life doesn't pause. Whoa. I think it was very well done. I'm happy that I read it. And to you.
I finished this book and I was emotionally exhausted.
No, 100%.
I remember it being like, I really loved the direction and where it was going. I liked the themes and the way that the themes were discussed. And then we got towards the end and I was like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
So for me, personally, this you might disagree with this, I think it's a B. Yeah.
Whoa.
I think it's a good book, not a great book, and not a 6-star, like, oh my gosh, best book ever book.
I was going to give it an A. Wow. Okay. You know what? I'll let it be B.
Okay.
I'll let it
I
be
was
B.
going to say, one of the reasons why is because I really like the book myself, but reading it, I'm like, this would be hard for me to recommend to some people.
I agree.
So it's not as, like, everybody needs to read this book.
That's
as
not
much.
what I'm not, this is for me, girl.
What do you mean?
I'm not doing this ranking based on what they
But
do
in
to
my
me.
head, I'm not them. I'm saying, like, the people in my life, personally.
Okay.
That's how I was thinking of it. Okay.
Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. This book is something that it's one of the books that got me back into reading, which I've said before.
That's true.
I honestly I guess it is literary, but in my head it doesn't fit in the literary
It fits
category.
more contemporary in my head, but
Yeah.
it was on the list.
It was on the list.
I included it.
I think this would be.
I know.
It's B or A.
Whoa.
Whoa. So we don't know. We thought we were on the same page. Our pages are completely different.
I was like, this
They're both
is a
different
C.
pages. Whoa! Then we're giving it a B.
Yeah, I think a B is good.
Wow.
Or an A.
What?
I'm fine with that if you want to, because you gave a B earlier. Like, I just don't care that much. Like, you obviously loved this book. I thought the story was really good.
I agree.
I thought the writing, after reading more literary fiction, like,
Yeah.
in the literary fiction category, for me, it would end up as a C, but from a story perspective, it's an A. So, you see what I'm saying?
I think so, therefore we give it a B.
Okay, alright.
Okay. This is What We Lose by Zinzi Clemens.
I think this is a fun little book. So this is a book that we both bought.
Both read.
I bought it.
You bought it?
For sure. I have it on my shelf.
Then we both. I'm not going to look now.
Okay.
I am going to look now. And I actually don't think
I don't remember us putting it on your shelf. I think I know every book on the shelf. Not on purpose. It's just like we were doing it.
Okay.
Oh.
I did. That was just me. I dropped it. I literally dropped it.
Oh. Okay, so this book was one of the first books we read right after Little Fires Everywhere.
This is true.
We went to the bookstore in Bermuda, and we spent not $1 because we did not know about this back then.
Yeah.
And we were looking at the books, and I read the blurb on this, and I remember being like, whoa, more writing? That's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
Now, that was at the very beginning of my reading journey, so I don't know if this book holds up, but I remember it was really short chapters with vignettes that really just, it blew my mind at the time. But obviously, I mean, that was years ago at that point,
Yeah.
this point. Maybe 4 years ago?
And I can't remember.
I can't remember it. So
I
I
feel
want
like
to say B or C just because I remember it being like good, but
Yeah.
it doesn't.
But it's not sticking in our
Right,
brains.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it should be below those two.
So
yeah.
I was right.
Yeah. But maybe we'll read it again and be like, actually, this book deserves an A.
I agree.
I think if you like those types of stories where there are vignettes and moments in time and they pull you through a narrative in these like little moments and you like that, highly recommend this book.
I remember dealing with grief. That's like the only thing I can think
I
of.
remember grief.
And
I remember
maybe the
almost
loss of a
crying.
mother.
I don't know. But I remember crying or almost crying. So that's why it got the stars that it did at the time.
Okay, the next one is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, and I
I think it's a C.
was going to say C or D.
I don't think it's a D. Like, I don't think it's bad.
I
I think
it's
it
bad.
handled OCD really well. I
That's
think
true.
it talked about, like, all sorts of things about adolescence that were just really well done. I think the
Yeah.
pacing was a little bit off. And the writing style is not my favorite in comparison to the other books, so I would put it as a C.
I'll give you C.
Okay.
It felt so immediately forgettable, and that feels so mean, but I read it and I was like, cool.
I remember a lot of it.
Okay. I like his nonfiction so much more.
Yeah, me too.
Just,
But
yeah.
I don't think it's a D. I'd feel bad giving it a D.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it'd make me actually sad. But
That's
what
probably
I'm saying.
because we have a parasocial relationship with John Green. All My Rage by Sawa Tahir. This is a book that you liked more than me.
Yes, true.
I didn't dislike it.
I loved this book so much.
She did.
I think I gave this book 4.75.
Okay, so initial reaction, knee jerk. What category are you putting it in? 3, 2, 1, C.
A.
Okay.
Yeah, so it goes B,
It goes
I guess.
B. Yeah.
It described like the Daisy immigrant experience so well.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
well.
That is true.
And I thought it talked about friendship and hardships and like challenges as a young for it being a young adult book.
Mm-hmm.
It did such a good job.
Yeah.
So that's why I say A. Okay, what's next?
Next is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett.
Again, I think this is an A. I think you think
Really?
This is a C. Yeah.
We read these like right around the same time.
Yeah.
All My Rage and The Vanishing Half.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy both of them. Like I do think they're good books.
Mm-hmm.
And they cover very important topics.
100%.
I just don't they didn't stick out to me. All My Rage, as I was reading it, I was like, this is good. And I'm happy this book exists. And I think a lot of people should read it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was necessarily one of those people. And The Vanishing Half, I remember the premise a lot. And the story, so little.
I remember so much of this book. Yeah. Both of these felt so important to me.
That's fair. We can move them around.
Okay.
If
We
you
can leave
want.
them at B for now.
Okay.
But if it was below B, I would actually be sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Hurt. We're a team. We're a team.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, next is Receipt to Teeth by Toni Morrison. I think this is an A.
I think it's S tier.
Whoa.
I think it's one of the most brilliant pieces of short fiction that I've read.
Honestly, I'm willing to acquiesce there pretty easily because I think it, like, conceptually this book is unmatched. To have your reader be like, what? Who am I?
Yes.
And what do I believe?
Yeah.
And what am I reading? And what's happening to me?
Yeah.
To do that is in literally like what 40 pages, something like
so
that,
short.
is crazy. So I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro.
Oh.
I'm not putting them somewhere when I'm doing this. I'm just bringing them up here so that the people can see the book title that we're looking at.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
sense. Never Let Me Go.
Yeah. I have my thoughts.
Tell me your thoughts.
My thoughts is it belongs in A because it is a type of dystopia that is so fresh and new.
Okay, that's fair.
Like usually
Yeah.
you read a dystopia and you know what you're getting.
That's really true.
That is not true for this.
It was like 200 pages in, and I was like, I think I know what's happening, but
Correct.
I'm actually, no one's told me yet.
Yes.
But I've just put clues together myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like,
yes.
this was my gateway drug into the world of Kazuo Ishiguro, his writing that sticks with you way after you finish reading it.
That's true. And I do remember this book 2 years later.
yes.
And that's really impressive.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's in my opinion, of what I've read, his best work. So
yeah.
I think that's it.
I don't know if I agree, but I think that it's definitely one of his best.
Fair.
I'm just now trying to think through his books. But yeah.
Yeah. I've read a lot of them, and I still think that it's up there. Next is Pure and Essie by Susanna Clark. I still think this is S tier.
I also think this is S tier.
I have no immediate knee-jerk reaction. Is that still S tier?
And here's the thing, it might not hold up, but I remember reading this book, feeling a type of way,
Yeah.
asking John to read this book, and being like, you're gonna have to stick it out for 50 pages.
Yeah.
And he was like, ugh. And then 30 pages in, he's like, are you sure?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I was like, I am sure.
Yeah.
And then, and I don't know what it was about it. Maybe it was because the prose was so nice and like comforting to read.
Yeah.
But then it was just a really well done story at the same time.
Yeah.
It's S tier for me.
I think even
Maybe A, since it's been so long.
Sure.
but
I think even in the beginning pages, around page 30-ish, I got to the point where I was like, if this is the whole book, obviously I can't do it. But I knew Sierra wouldn't do that to me.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, it is cozy. Our main character and the way he explores the world is cozy
Yes.
and innocent.
Yes.
And I'm okay to be here for probably 130 pages is how long I could have lasted in
'Cause
that.
you don't
Because
do that.
I do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can. You're not gonna out endurance me in a reading battle.
And I think more of our friends need to read this book.
I agree.
You know who you are.
I think everybody should read the book. And, like, every time I see people, like, new people on TikTok or whatever come into contact with it, they are still just as shocked and like it
That's
just as
true.
much.
Like,
So I'm like, it does hold up.
Yeah, that's true. Our
People
parasocial
love it.
relationships are still reading this book.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's great.
Okay, Caleb Azuma Nelson's Open Water. I still love this book, but it's been so long since I read it that my brain is now, like, it has these blotches of empty black space where the plot is in some pieces of the plot. And my brain will try to fill those spaces in with his other book, Small World.
Oh, interesting. I never read that.
And I know, because, like, Open Water is more about romance and Small World is more about, like, family. But it's, anyway.
I think it's A or S.
I'll put it in A for now, only because I need to reread it.
I think it's A because, again, it was so early in our reading career that we were, like, eating up anything that was new.
Yeah.
And I think what I loved about this book was its second-person perspective.
Yeah.
And the way that it was done was so well.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would eat it up as much now. Yeah.
This next one is one that we continue to disagree on because I, once again, have forgotten it.
He's forgotten it, but he gave it 4.75 stars when he read it. Okay. So I think it's A.
She's done research. She knows.
No. I gave Open Water 4.75 and he gave it 5. And then we switched books. And then those were the exact scores that were switched.
That's so true.
And it's funny because it was like a male protagonist and a female protagonist. And it was interesting to be like, I think we just identify with characters that are like us.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And so, but you really appreciated the way it was written and the topics that it talked about and things like that too.
That I did.
Oh, and Transcendent Kingdom, I don't fully remember it, but it was about a woman whose family had immigrated to the United States from an African country, I believe, and she was a biologist in a lab, and she was doing lab things with rats. Like, these are my little pipettes. Okay, my little pipettes. And you were like flashback from that to the trauma that she experienced with her parents and her family and her brother specifically. And so the way it was written and the way that it brought up some of those pain points, I thought was really well done.
It's raining now.
That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
I mean, I didn't plan on this.
Okay.
Okay, next is Electra, which is the only...
Jennifer Saint.
Oh, we didn't put Song of Achilles on here.
No. And I don't think it... And that's
okay, so this is one of the only Greek retellings that we've both read.
Yes. And Sierra remembers liking Electra. And I will say Electra is really good.
Can I tell you why I liked Electra, I think?
Yeah, tell me.
Because this story, I don't know Greek mythology.
This was the Battle of Troy? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so, at the end,
we're getting there.
Someone does something wild.
Okay.
Not knowing the Greek actual story, and then reading the retelling and being surprised, and the way it was written and how I was surprised was actually really fun for me.
I want so much for you.
So I think it's like a B. Maybe a C.
No, I'll give it a B. I give it a B.
Okay.
Man, girl. If you only knew the world of Greek retellings that you could be living in.
Yeah, I know. I just need to read the originals first, yeah?
No.
Oh. But I don't know the stories. You want to tell me the stories?
You didn't know the story for Electra, and it shocked you in a good way.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know a lot of the story that happened in Circe because she's like kind of a side character in the overarching story. Mm-hmm. But so many characters that you know are intertwined in her story. Anyway, next book is Babel by R.F. Kuang. Babel, the Tower, whatever you want to call it. I think it's A tier.
Wow.
You don't. Where would you put it? Tell me. Be honest. Be honest.
I really liked the magic system in this book, like a lot. I liked the commentary on immigration and colonialism. I thought it did a really good job of that.
There's a big butt coming.
Yeah. It was a little too on the nose for me. To be fair, she has received this criticism and has been like,
this is true.
But y'all don't listen.
This is true.
So,
this is true.
I have to speak to you.
Yeah.
Like, you need to learn this.
Yeah.
But also I like when writers treat their readers as if they're smart and they understand and can put things together.
Yeah.
So that's my challenge with this book. But I had a great time.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like a B or a C.
I learned recently I don't know how to gasp all the time.
That's so true. He doesn't gasp properly.
I gasp too hard, and then my throat
chokes.
gets... Yeah, that's the word for it.
Yeah, my throat gets...
the demure way to gasp is like,
That's how I gasp all the time.
and I keep doing,
Yeah, like
I don't know why.
like he's inhaling a ghost.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'm like sucking up flies or something
That's
too.
funny.
Stuff getting caught in there.
So
I think okay. So my counter argument.
Okay.
I think in the world of Dark Academia, this is up there.
Sure.
The magic system is so unique and well thought out.
Okay.
And in a way that doesn't overpower the book. Like the
I
book
agree.
isn't magic. You know?
I agree. But the magic is important and really interesting.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah.
As someone who has dabbled in some fantasy, there are some magic systems that I'm like, well, that's just dumb.
That's
and
fair.
There's a whole world of magic systems that are like, let's just be Avatar: The Last Airbender, but with a little twist, you know? And we're so far away from
That's
that.
true.
So that's
Yeah.
so like to take your magic system and go multiple levels and then bring in your expertise and your knowledge of language and colonialism, and then make that into a book that is dark academia, and our characters are interesting, and the plot stayed interesting the whole time. I feel like it deserves to be A.
I will say that the plot dragged for me, actually.
Oh.
So about 2/3 of the way in, it dragged for like 150 pages, and then it picked up at the very end, and so that was hard for me to get through
That's
it.
fair. That's fair.
But I think from a literary fiction perspective, and that like Venn diagram of literary fiction, dark
Yeah.
academia,
Yeah.
I think Secret History is like the literary fiction dark academia, like writing wise.
Yeah.
But this does a really good job of still being accessible, but having really beautiful prose actually as a part of sharing the story. So from a literary fiction perspective, I'll give it A.
Next is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia. What's her name?
Armfield.
Okay, so
I think it's C.
Oh. Okay.
Okay,
Then
and
never mind.
here's why. I think it is beautifully written. I felt like I was drowning when I was reading this book. Like it did such a good job
Yeah.
of putting me in the space of like
in a good way. Okay. Keep
yeah,
going.
like the characters felt like they were drowning, and I was right there with them. I think that this book is kind of crazy,
It is crazy.
but so quiet about it. So you like kind of it lands in a place sometimes where if you're gonna go crazy, go hard like Toni Morrison, or don't. I think is kind of where I'm at, and
yeah.
so that's why I think like I really enjoyed this book. I think I gave it a 4.25.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good at describing some things that people feel, and like it did a really good job of that you just might not relate to, which is totally fair.
Yeah.
But I don't think this book is for everyone, and I think that it struggled towards like the middle end.
Yeah.
But I loved this book.
John Green has a really good quote in Everything is Tuberculosis where he talks about why he's a writer. And where it's like a derivative of somebody else's quote from back in the day where it's like, when you write stuff, you're basically saying, this is how I see the world. Is there anybody else out there that like sees it that way, right? And John Green in Everything is Tuberculosis talks about the idea of like the story and like why he writes, and it's like this game of Marco Polo where you're out here and you're saying Marco, 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 and you're hoping somebody else out there is responding Polo, Polo, Polo. I feel like this book is like Julia Armfield is like, this is how I'm seeing the world. Does anybody else out there see the world? And I have never learned the word polo. Is how I reflected on this book. It felt really good when I was reading it, and I was like, this is poignant and relevant, not to me. I was halfway through, and I kept asking, like, why? Over and over again. And I realized down the line, I was like, maybe that's a me thing. Like,
Actually,
it is a good book, but maybe that's a me thing, and that's okay. It wasn't for me.
Because like in the middle, when I was like, when you would have asked why, I was like, I get it. I was like, this makes so much sense to me. See what
Normal People, Sally Rooney. I'm interested to see where you want to put this, because I know where I want to put this.
It's B. It's a good book.
I feel like A.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a good book. Good book, great book, amazing book. That's where my brain is at.
Okay.
It was a great book to you? That's fair.
It was so good at being so ordinary.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It was beautifully ordinary.
It was beautifully ordinary, and I barely remember it.
Next is Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake.
I feel like we'll have something we disagree about way more.
Okay.
Maybe.
What do you think?
I don't know. Oh, Alone with You in the Ether?
Yeah. This book gets extra points for being a romance that isn't really a romance, and it had me.
If you get normal people A, I think Alone with You in the Ether is A.
Okay.
Okay.
That's an easy. We haven't given anything D yet.
That's what I told you.
I think we could get there.
Here's the problem, because it's books that we both read. I DNF.
That's true.
I don't have a book on here that I think is bad.
There's so many books on here that, and like when we recommend books to each other, we're never gonna recommend bad books.
Right.
Like I'd never be like, oh, you should read My Year of Rest and Relaxation because I want you to suffer.
Yeah, you hate that.
Yeah. So, okay. But I do think that there's going to be some that are low. We just might fight. Anyway, Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin.
A.
I agree.
I think this book, for some people, the pacing was off. And not gonna lie, for me, at a moment, I was like, oh, we're dragging. But as soon as I almost gave up, she did something brilliant. And I fell in love with it all over again. And I think she brings the through line of video games and found family and interpersonal relationships. Like, she does such a good job of pulling that through the entire book. And just as you're about to be like, I guess it's like kind of boring, it's like, actually no, that's how life works. Eventually you get into a rhythm and things feel normal, and then something happens and it's big, and that's kind of the way the world works. And I really liked that book because of that. It's an A for me. Is that it? You don't have nothing to add?
I have so much to add.
Add.
Where Sierra had spaces, I was carried through the nostalgia of video games and my connection to that part of life. So from the very beginnings, it starts off like that's how our characters bond and meet. I was like, oh, okay, we have video games as this foundation, and then everything is built upon that. So I was ready. And it is like it goes through these waves of like, a lot's happening, a little's happening, a lot's happening,
That's true.
a little's happening, and that is life. And then like really big things happen. You're like, oh my goodness. And then what's the fallout of that? How do our characters respond to that? I love those kind of stories where it's like we're following them through their lives and life things are happening, and people come together, people fall apart, and like that's life.
And there's one moment that's like connected to video games that I personally loved and thought was brilliant. So I recommend it for sure.
We have At Night All Blood is Black by David Diop. Your thoughts, madame? He's French.
You've been like consistently French in our videos lately.
It's time we give the French some more love.
Alright.
The French have been getting a lot of hate in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, why?
We have some friends that hate the French.
Who? Damn it.
We have some friends that hate the French, and I'm like,
needs to know?
the French are getting too much flack. I have only literally been in France for maybe 20 minutes. And when I say in France, I mean like just in like 10 yards into France.
Where'd you go?
I was on the border of Switzerland and France.
Ah.
And I just crossed over to get the van to go back into Switzerland.
That's really funny.
Anyway, so I don't have a lot of interactions with the French. I know the stereotypes. We're getting off track here.
I spent a month in France and loved it.
Yeah. At Night All Blood is Black. This is a book about war.
Yes.
So definitely know that, but like you're in it, in the trenches.
You are literally in the trenches,
Yeah.
and then you realize that people are dying.
People be dying.
Around you.
Yes.
You are in it.
Yes.
All of a sudden. And I'm suddenly a man who speaks French from Africa.
Correct.
Who's like
You all those
in
things.
the war.
Yeah.
And I loved this book so much, to the point where I didn't recommend it to John until I felt like he'd be ready to read it. Like, I didn't want to risk him not liking it.
This is true. I do remember this.
So...
I do recall.
Oh, this is so hard for me.
I feel like it belongs to A.
Okay. I was like, he's hovering over B.
I'm telling you, the hovering means nothing.
And I don't care.
Okay.
That it means nothing.
Oh,
I'm panicking.
Okay. That's so fair.
I'm panicking.
Moment of vulnerability. We had these chicken tenders. Okay? and I'll be honest with you, they've been sitting heavy. And during that last book, At Night All Blood is Black, from the moment I stopped talking to this very moment right now, I've been farting.
Hey, I haven't smelled it.
Yeah, it's being contained by the couch, laptop, and my jeans. Next is Swing Time by Zadie Smith. I don't remember this book.
I do.
Okay.
I really, really liked it. The pacing was off. I think it's a B or a C.
I think I got really bored. I was gonna make this my first D.
Can't be.
Can't
a
be.
D. Can't. She is so good.
I haven't read anything else from her, But I have other books from her on my shelf, and I'm willing to give it a chance. I just think the pacing for me was so off that I couldn't get into it. But I'll give it a
let's
C.
see. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah. Are we going to do this one?
Sure.
We're here now.
We can throw it. We talked about this book a lot. This is
Yes.
If an Egyptian Cannot Speak English by Norinaga. I think
it's A.
I think it's A.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's written really well. I think that the way that it wrote... Huh? It wrote? It didn't write anything. It's a book.
Yeah. She wrote.
Yeah. So
Murder, she wrote.
Maybe.
Judas.
Okay. I won't tell you anything about this book. If you're interested...
Sorry.
You know that. That's like...
I understand. I understand. I edit the videos, and I understand what I've done.
So do you sometimes
apologize.
watch yourself make noise as I'm talking? And you're like,
Well,
we're just going to cut that.
I watch myself make noise, and I watch myself dissociate, and that's my noise of dissociation. Never once has it all happened at one time.
Love you.
Are you talking about this book?
Yeah, I was just trying to
Okay.
give them a quick synopsis since it's probably been a year since we've talked about it.
Sure, you go for it.
The idea that it's a book where, as you're reading it, you're getting a perspective, or maybe more, of people who are... Let me speak in peace.
No, you're doing so well.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Just because you know what this book is about doesn't mean they do.
I know, and it's selfish and it's immature, and I can't help it.
Okay, it's okay.
I'm fine. I'm not. I'm channeling my energy elsewhere, so that I don't make a noise. It'd be crazy out there.
It's storming outside.
Yeah.
Read this book if you like literary fiction and you're interested in some unique writing styles.
Cool.
Since John couldn't let me get through the plot, we're gonna let that go.
The next book is An Olive Grove It Ends.
Okay, this is another book that I did not make him read until I felt like he was ready, because I really enjoyed it, and I felt like he personally would resonate with some of the aspects of this book.
And I did. I resonated a lot.
I think it's an A.
I think it's an A.
Okay, we have a lot of A's. We've
Yeah.
read a lot of good literary fiction.
Yeah, I mean, we try not to read bad books.
And like from a recommendation perspective, I would recommend S and A to many people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B, I would recommend to a handful of people.
Yeah.
C, I would probably just not recommend.
Correct.
Except for What We Lose. I gotta reread that one because
I
maybe it's
gotta read
good.
it. We need to read it.
Lessons in Chemistry is an A,
Is it?
baby.
Oh.
A. Maybe even an S.
No way.
I loved that
Okay,
book.
well, I will not give it an S. Sorry.
That's fine. It's an A.
Yeah, it's an A. I was gonna give it a B.
I don't think it's a B because of how well it wrote so many different aspects of
Okay.
being a woman. I think that it did such a good job.
Okay.
I almost cried
As
reading
one
the
who
first
is not identified as
third
a
of the
woman,
book.
I will not, as a woman,
You said that. Yeah.
I will
Okay.
not speak on it.
Pure Color
Pure
by
Color by
Sheila
Sheila
Heti.
Heti. I will let you. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a B.
I think it's a C.
Oh, interesting. You really liked this book.
I like it, but it's one I wouldn't recommend to everybody. And there were
Yeah,
so
true.
many parts of it where I was like, I think I'm lost, or we're both lost.
Oh.
There was a part where
I
like
think
she
you
was
gave it
a flower.
4.75.
4.75.
Maybe that was me. Well, I'm curious now.
It's
Keep
probably
going.
in the 4s.
Yeah, for sure.
It's probably in the 4s, but I think like after the recency bias has fallen away, I think it's.
Oh, okay. You give it a 4. Someone else
Yeah.
give it a 5.
Okay. Yeah. I think now I would give it like a 3.75, maybe 3.5.
Okay, let's give it a C then. I'm fine with that. I think it's a B, but that's just my opinion. I'm happy with it there.
That's my opinion. All the Lovers in the Night by Miyako Kawakami. Well, what have I done?
I think it's a B.
I think it's a B.
Oh.
No, yeah.
That was so easy.
Yeah,
You want to tell the people what it's about just a little bit?
She is a. She's not a writer. No, she is a writer.
I don't remember.
Or a publisher. She works in the book industry, and she was like freelance, and then she like goes through some stuff, and she meets a man,
Yeah.
and it really just is about their relationship and her life, and then things crumble. It's all vague. There's like a shroud of fog in front of these memories, and I remember it being good, but not super memorable.
I was on a plane when I read it, and I remember feeling viscerally like, whoa, when she was drunk in public. And I remember like that feeling of like, whoa, this is written so well. But
That's
then that
true.
was the only thing that was good to me in this book.
Oh.
Was like how well that was written. The rest of it, I was like, take it or leave it. So that's
That's
why
fair.
for me it's a B or a C.
Oh.
But I'm okay with B.
Okay. Yeah. Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. I know where I would like it to go.
Where would you like it to go?
I would like to go in... Oh, maybe I'm wrong. It's either A or B.
For me, it's B.
Okay, I say B.
Too many comma splices. Sorry.
Girl.
It was distracting from the reading. Did you hear that?
That was crazy. Calm down.
That's really scary.
That's okay. Next is Foster by Claire Keegan. I want this one up here.
Oh, really?
I
think it's A, but I'm fine with it being an S tier book for you. I don't think it's S tier.
I feel like we should agree on our S tiers though.
Oh.
So I'll put it in A.
Yeah, if it was a new story with that writing that made me feel that, then I would feel good. But I've like read this type of story before.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
seen this story before.
Yeah.
So that's why it's A and not S tier for me.
I'm fair. I'm fair.
Yeah.
I agree. The reason I wanted to give it S is because it made me feel so many things in so few pages, and that's hard to do. Like your writing has to be so on point.
Yeah.
To grip me, and then by the end of it, like leave me in a bit of an existential crisis. In like 100 pages, I just think that's impressive.
That makes sense why it's an S for you. I felt things, but not as much as anyone else, I felt like.
That's fair. Okay, next is A Secret History by Donna Tartt.
I think it's a B. There's like a whole
Then it goes
chunk.
in A. We talk about this all the time. There's a chunk where like nothing's happening, and I think so much is going on in there. So much.
There is.
And it's beautiful, and it's so well written and vivid.
But I'm busy.
Yeah. Slow down.
Grab the wall. Isn't that the song? Okay.
I think the writing in this book is impeccable, and even when it's slow, I was still entranced. Like it was slow, but I knew that part of my brain was like, what are we doing here? But the overriding part of my brain was like, but read those words. Those words are gorgeous, and they're so gorgeous that you can put yourself where the main character is and feel how cold he is and what he's laying on and how uncomfortable he is. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine.
That's all I gotta say about that. Next is Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason.
I think this is like a C or a B.
I think C.
You didn't like this book as much as I did. I thought the way that it was written and the way it talked about certain issues, it did a really, really good job. They never tell you the diagnosis.
This is true.
But the way that it's written, I feel like I clocked it. And as someone who like has people in their life who have this diagnosis, it felt like it did a really good job. So you're just gonna leave it there?
What? In C?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I feel really deeply about this one.
Oh, okay. I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So B.
I would read this book again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yellowface.
Yellowface by R.F. Kuang.
So R.F. Kuang is already on here with Babel.
Correct.
Babel. And it's an A.
Correct.
I think this is a C.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I
thought it was so fun. I
thought it
had
was fun.
a great time.
I thought it was. There were times when I was like, "We're getting real crazy now."
But that's like kind of the point. I love
It is the point, and this was one when I realized that R.F. Kuang was like, "You guys don't understand what I'm saying,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "No, I think I do. I think I do.
You do.
I
But
do.
it's not written for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I understand, and it made me. I appreciate it more because I was like, she has such deep feelings about this and has probably experienced this in like the book community.
Yeah.
And she's like, I need you guys to understand what happens in here.
And you don't understand until I show you.
Yeah. Show you at least 5 times
Right.
and maybe spell it out for you 7
Yeah.
times in the same book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a C for me, but I've like know a handful of people who told me that this is one of their favorite books, and I get it.
Yeah,
like,
and I get it too.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
100%.
Okay.
Claire and the Sun by Kazuo
Ooh.
Shiguro. Oh, I'm losing space on the trackpad. I gotta drop it. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's a C.
A C.
I enjoyed the plot. I remember the plot.
I remember the plot. She's a robot.
But I just remember being like, and that was fine.
Yep.
And that was enjoyable.
But I
and
did think
you know
about
what,
it afterwards.
Kazuo, you're gonna make me think about it for forever.
Yeah.
But
It made me think about adolescence and friendship and like the people you trust and photosynthesis. Anyway.
do you agree?
I agree.
Okay.
If we were
Ooh.
villains. Fun fact, so you know the story that I told in that one video where Dune Messiah, it melted and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other book that happened to. When people are like, it happened twice, it was If We Were Villains. And it happened worse because those pages floated away one by one into the sea. That's not dramatic. That's exactly what
That's
happened.
exactly what happened. He wasn't there because
I wasn't
was
there.
using the book.
It was my old friend. She was reading on top of the boat that we were on. I was somewhere else, I think playing games in the cafeteria, and I imagine it like from a movie scene where it just started happening, and it was like, and it like pretty sky, pretty
like,
ocean,
and now there's nothing
and it's
I
just
can
like, and now the fish get to read it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that book. I would put it in B.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
I didn't love this book actually.
Yeah.
But I thought it did a good job for what it was doing.
I agree. I think it's like it took the secret history and like was trying to be close and like switch it from like philosophy to Shakespeare or whatever they were studying, Greek history, secret history. What? Anyway, and yeah, it was good. I was intrigued, but it wasn't as good.
And I think the thought experiments it invoked were interesting.
Yes.
So I enjoyed that part. Ooh, this is a new read for
Cleopatra and
you.
Frankenstein by Coco Rellers. You guys said I would love this book, and you were right.
You're gonna hurt them. You're gonna hurt their eyes.
My apologies. Just apologies. I'd like to make a full statement. I'm putting this in A.
How strongly do you feel about that?
Very.
Wow, but I feel like you have recency bias.
I do.
You finished it like last night.
This is true. What do you want? C?
B. But
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Because I don't remember anything except for the first 3 chapters.
Yeah. I just read it, so this is coming from a very, very recent place.
Yeah, I read it like maybe a few months after it came out, and I remember being like, "That was fun. That was interesting."
I would not call it fun at all.
Yeah, the beginning was fun.
Oh, the beginning was fun.
And then it was interesting.
Yeah.
And then it was like real.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
I was like, yeah. So I find if you really feel passionate about this, you will know that I don't feel the same necessarily. And I think it was a good book, not a great book. That's my...
And you know what? When time moves on, maybe I'll agree. But for right now, I think it deserves A. Because, I'll talk about this more in a wrap-up coming soon, but this is a type of book that I really enjoy, where it's like, these are 2 main titular characters, and the story is about them, but most relationships don't happen in a vacuum. Let's also take a second to look at the people that surround them and what's happening in their lives that are both connected to and independent of our main relationship, and give them their own personalities, give them their own like thought processes and like how their worlds intertwine with our main line. And I liked that a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. I gave it 4.5 stars.
You did, and so did I.
So I think it's a good book.
Yeah.
And I think it's like...
I would say
really
4.5 is great book status.
It depends. I mean, that's probably recency bias that was that 4.5.
That's
like,
fair.
I wonder
That's
if
fair.
I were to go back and remember why I liked it so much, maybe I would say it's A.
Yeah.
But I remember reading it and being like, I don't know if I could really recommend this. Like, I think that's where I
There are a lot of things that you can't recommend. Like, or what, huh? There are a lot of things that happen that would make me hesitant to recommend it to some people.
And maybe that's why I forgot it, because I was like, this isn't applicable to anyone in my life. So then I like moved on. Besides him, I like told him to read it at some point, but then never pushed it.
Yeah.
But I really want to read Blue Sisters.
Same.
I feel like the cover is calling me.
It is.
I also own Cleopatra and Frankenstein, and I kind of want to own
Blue
Blue Sisters, but I
agree.
have the hardback, so now I'm
Oh, that's tough.
like, what do I do?
I got the paperback in Bermuda, so
Very nice.
that was very nice.
All right.
Mice and Men by Mr. Steinbeck. Johnny Boy, I think we're gonna put you in C.
I agree. I think it was a really good book. It was fine until the last 5 pages, actually. I was like, it's fine, good.
Yeah.
And so, because it was fine from the majority of it, in my opinion, then it's a C.
Yeah. In Memoriam by Alice Wynne. Oh, what am I thinking? Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
For me, it's A, but you loved this book so much that I'm fine to leave it as
and
S.
I could be convinced to do A. But I think I right now, in my heart of hearts, it's saying S.
Okay. I'm A for the record. Great book. Great book.
Yeah, phenomenal book even.
Exactly. For him. that is, I think, the exact sentiment.
Yeah. The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Miss Bronte. Okay, fine.
Oh, I was going to say A. As a compromise between us.
Oh, I agree. But I feel like I didn't compromise for In Memoriam, so I...
S tier.
Okay,
S tier.
yeah,
I read this
really
book twice.
That's true.
Have I ever read a classic twice?
How many books, period, have you read twice? Yeah, exactly.
So. I reread it with him to see if it held up.
Yeah, and it did.
It did.
It's a classic for a reason. We've been reading it for years.
Period.
Yeah. And guess what happened to Emily Bronte?
Oh my god, what?
Oh, sorry, Anne Bronte. Well, guess what happened to all of them? Tuberculosis.
But what actually happened to Anne was she got tuberculosis first,
Yeah.
and her sisters buried her work. So, tough. Put respect on her name.
Kindred by Octavia Butler.
Okay, I read this book, and I was like, that is one of the scariest books I've ever read in my life.
Yeah. This book was a lot of my childhood nightmares coming true.
I remember finishing it and said, my heart rate.
Well, once I realized what was happening, because you're kind of confused at the beginning.
True.
All of a sudden, she like gets transported back in time, and you're like, huh, interesting. But then we realize why it's happening, and that it's going to happen more. That's when my heart was like,
and the ethical dilemmas that it presented, and the pain that you saw.
Yeah.
I think it's A.
I think it's A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, the hovering means nothing.
I know. But I still, you were hovering in A, and then you moved to B as you were talking, and I was like, oh my god.
No, the hovering means literally nothing.
So,
I'm not even going to talk. Oh.
I'm going to finish my statement about Kindred. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. No,
okay.
I'm so sorry.
I was going to say the sci-fi element feels very minimal in this book. It feels very much just literary.
Yeah.
Historical fiction, actually.
Yeah.
Where sci-fi is the mechanism in which you got to the historical fiction.
Yeah.
Highly recommend this book.
Yes.
Don't recommend it if... I would never tell my black friends you have to read this book.
Good way. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, next book is Orbital by Samantha Harvey.
This is S
I'm
for
just
you.
going straight to S.
It's not S for me, but it's definitely S for you, and I'm fine letting that be.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I would, if
I feel like it's more close to S for me than In Memoriam,
I agree.
personally.
I was about to say the same thing. Like, I would be willing to, if you force my hand, to remove In Memoriam from S and in the case of Orbital being S.
I'm not feeling combative today.
Okay. So you're okay with it being there? Yeah. But now I'm not okay with it being there. Now I'm looking at the other books around it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if In Memoriam belongs up there.
That's how I feel. I feel like it's a really, really good book. It's a great book.
Yeah, it's so good.
The pages felt so good.
I think, honestly, Secret History deserves S more than In Memoriam.
Whoa.
Same with Open Water. I think both of those books
I think Open Water could be S.
Okay.
It's just been a long time since I've read it.
I know.
So it's hard for me to say that.
Maybe that's what I should do before I read... No, I do want to read Catabasis. Hong Kong's Greek Lessons. I think this is... what do you... I think it's A. I think it's A. Okay.
I think Greek Lessons is A. I thought it was brilliantly done.
Okay.
Do you remember like the different...
I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
I think it's A.
I agree.
Especially because I remember the details so well.
The details and, the way that she wrote... like differently abled characters, I think, that's why. And like highlights them within the writing and the prose. Okay, you're right. Okay, and next, also
I think Hong Kong's Human Acts is a B.
I agree.
Oh,
I agree.
Okay.
We have yet to have a D, and we might not have one.
I don't think so. I'm looking at what's left.
I'm looking at what's left, but I would make a case for some other books that we put elsewhere.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
The Road by Court McCarthy.
B.
It was
so sad, but it was
sound.
like...
Okay.
I don't know, but you can put it in A if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I think the only reason I want to give it more is because of the prose and like the literary devices that were used. The fact that like the sentences were so sparse and short, and that reflected the environment that they were walking through, and we were walking through it with them.
That's true.
But
I feel like the story itself was good, and then like at a certain point, I was like, I feel like it could have ended a little bit earlier, actually. But I think like there was up to a certain point, and I remember reading a passage and being like, "Oh, John, I get why this is so good. This was so well done."
Yeah.
So I'll give it an A if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. The Book of Goose.
So you thought this was a fine book. Yeah. I gave this book 5 stars.
You get 5 stars?
Mm-hmm. So... I think we have to come to some sort of middle ground because of that.
And I think the middle ground is B.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there are just things in that book that you'll never understand, and that is okay.
That is okay.
Yeah.
Because I was about to throw this straight into D.
I know. And that's why I was like, I need to remind him that this was a 5-star book for me.
Yeah, right out the gate. Let's not be too hasty.
Yeah.
I like this book a lot.
Yeah, and I think it was because of my childhood that this book resonated so deeply with me.
Yeah.
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 Okay, The Stranger by Albert
Goose
Camus.
Nights.
This is a classic. This was such an interesting book.
It was.
It took me about 50 pages to really get into it. And then I was like, okay, I get it. And then by the second part, then I was like,
Yeah.
I get it. This is really good.
Yeah.
But it took me a long time to really get it, and I almost DNF'd it. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm giving B.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I think that's where my head's at.
Okay.
We have another Brooklyn by Jacqueline Woodson.
So this book is about like these friends, these young girls who are becoming friends in their adolescence, and then you kind of walk through that childhood with them, and then you kind of speed up at the very end and see like some reflection, right, of an adult perspective back on that friendship. And I gave this a book. Sorry. It's when you laugh that I laugh back. Sorry. No, it's not your fault. I'm just telling you what happened.
Oh, so it's my fault.
So, I was giving this book 4 stars the entire time I was reading it.
Okay.
Until the last section or passage or
Sure.
I don't even know, part. I don't remember how this book was put up.
That's okay.
But I read like the last 10 pages and I cried. And so for that reason, Your Honor, B is the lowest I can go. Good night.
Sorry about that. I'm having trouble remembering everything that happened, but I do remember the writing being beautiful and wanting to cry. I feel like A or B for sure.
Yeah, okay.
For sure. I was never going to C with this guy.
Okay.
No, never.
I think it's B.
I agree.
But I think it could be A for the right person, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, or an S for the right person.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely could be an S for the right person. Yeah. Last but not least is Trust by Hernan Diaz.
And this, in fact, is an S tier book for me.
Whoa.
Personally.
I run out of trackpad, sorry.
You can put an A if you want, but this book was one of the most brilliant pieces of literature I have read. From like the structure to the prose to the way it was written from book to book.
Yeah.
To the way it talked about inequity.
Yeah. There's a reason it was on the New York Times Top 100, and I get it. Some of those books are on there, and I'm like, do I get it? But this one, I said I get it.
And it does take a long time to get through it.
It does.
But unlike you, I was enjoying the New York Stock Exchange information in the
That's
first
true.
book.
'Cause in my head, I was like, oh yeah, and I'm surprised she didn't DNF it, and then I remember now it's because yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you can change that if you'd like. I'm fine to have wiggle room on that since I got
with it
Tenet.
For now.
But man, did I love this book.
I remember loving it.
Told my friend about this book, and I was like, "You're never gonna read this, are you?" And she was like, "No." And I gave her the plot by plot, and I got so heated and so excited about it.
I like it a lot. I think, here's my take.
Okay.
If you have Trust, I get Secret History. Thoughts?
Whoa.
Thoughts? Anyone? Chat, help me out.
But I feel like you're the one who forced me to read Trust, so I feel like this is a weak argument.
And you forced me to read Secret History.
But I knew you would love it.
Yeah, okay. And I did. So I don't know whether I lost the plot.
I did too. I lost the point of the argument. Secret History is not S tier for me.
Fine.
I'm trying to see if I can get Trust to be A. Is what I'm doing right now.
No. Why don't we lift books up instead of bringing them down? You know.
What's the point of this?
If we're bringing books down, I'm bringing some stuff to D. Let me tell you.
Do you really want Secret History to be an S? Is that what I'm learning?
I feel like Secret History should be an S.
And I just deeply disagree, but that's okay.
No, if you disagree that hard, it shouldn't be there.
But I'm fine with Pure Color dropping. I'm fine with Mice and Men dropping, actually. But I recommend honestly, I recommend all these books. So that's the hard part. It's like none of these books are bad.
No.
So then Pure Color can be D. R.Y.'s Under the Sea.
Can stay at C.
Okay.
I think the reason...
Turtle, wait, don't.
No, we don't have to put things in the D category just for funsies.
Yellowface can go...
No, stop.
I'm getting anxious.
Because I realize now that D is going to come off as, like, these books are terrible. And that's not the case. Like, because it's books that we have both read, we're missing a lot of our least favorite books. And there's a lot of books on here that, like, Sierra hasn't... There's a lot of books that aren't on here simply because Sierra DNF'd them, right? Sorry.
Right. No, that's true. So those would be the ones that end up in the D
correct,
category.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or, like, books that I read that I think are just I dislike so much that I wouldn't recommend them to her. So
Right.
like it's the overlapping Venn diagram of our literary fiction reads, and the things that live outside of it, but for the most part, we already recommended to each other, or we won't recommend to each other.
Yeah.
So like D would be My Year of Rest of Relaxation. Right?
Yeah. In real life.
In
yeah.
real life, but here we are.
But here, I think, okay, this is how I would categorize it. D is like, it was okay.
Yes.
And that's why I'm okay with Pure Color living there.
Okay.
C, it was like, it was fine.
Yes.
There was definitely moments that I enjoyed, but
Yeah.
it was fine.
Yeah.
That's why I'm okay with our Wise Another C being there for you.
Okay. Okay.
B is like, that was good.
Yeah.
A is, that was great.
Yes.
S is like, that was fantastic.
That was amazing.
I constantly think about it in moments of my life.
Yep. I'm still obsessed. Yeah.
So that's why I feel like this is good.
Okay. Okay. I agree.
Do you have anything else you'd want to put in D besides Our Wives? Under the Sea?
Swing Time only because I truly don't remember it.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I just remember not being able to remember it because the pacing was so strange for my brain.
Okay.
But I don't need to move it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this is okay.
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 Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on this journey with us.
Yeah.
It took us a while.
It did take us a while. But we did it. Lo hicimos.
I'm sorry if we offended you with these takes.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't be mad.
Be mad.
That's true. Feel your emotions.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't tell you how to feel. I will say just be kind in the comments.
Oh,
if
sure.
you disagree is all my
Yeah.
point is.
What'd say? Yeah. Kindness is key. We
Kindness is
appreciate that.
key. You can disagree for sure. Please
yes.
have your own opinions.
Yeah.
Please
That's
feel your
okay.
emotions.
Yeah.
Please also be kind.
Yeah. I don't go to the comments looking for fights. And most times, I don't get that.
Yeah.
So-
Once in a while when we do, we're always like,
We're like, huh? You guys exist?
Thank you to those of you who are commenting and who are so kind.
Yeah.
Our community, just in general, is pretty kind and
Yeah.
awesome and uplifting and gives
Agreed.
great recommendations.
Yeah.
So that's why it takes us aback a little bit when
Yeah,
there's
it
a new
catches us
comment,
off guard.
Just because our community in general is awesome.
Our
So
community
thank
is
you
phenomenal.
for being
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. You guys recommend good books. You guys are really kind. You guys leave good and nice comments and words.
And like when you teach us something new that we might not have known, it's okay. When you teach us something new that we might not have known, you do it with such grace and kindness
I
that we
agree.
get to learn in those moments, and we really appreciate it too.
Agree. Yeah. For someone that like reads a lot and like talks kind of like for a job, it always baffles me that I sit down in front of this camera and then my mouth is like, yeah. Never spoken
Not always.
English. Not always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just right now.
No, there's been definitely other times where
Yeah,
my
you're
tongue
right.
is just
And
like,
you're so right.
yeah, twisted. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I have a football game to watch, and it's raining. Men, hallelujah. What is going on? Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
See ya.
You're just like playing word association with
Yeah.
yourself.
Well, it's because my brain is just like.